Good morning and happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. And I apologize for being a few minutes late. Good morning, Janine. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Are you from the East Coast, West Coast, Central? Where are you calling? Hey, Denise. Long time no see. Thank you for joining us this morning. So we are back in the office. Last week was my first live stream from the office. And I was concerned about the lighting. And I thought, I'm going to try this one more time. I think this room has really good lighting. And so I changed the orientation. Last week I was worried that it was too dark. Now I'm worried that it's too light. It's just like, there's no pleasing you, Angel. There is actually. But anyway, welcome to the office. If you weren't with us last week, welcome to Coffee with Angel. I'm Angel, the founder of Maison 276 and creator of the award-winning 3-step system for silver gray and blonde hair, a healthy way to brighten, cleanse, and restore the natural brilliance of your hair without purple dye. The community gets together here every Friday morning. We talk about a lot of topics, sometimes silver hair care, but sometimes fashion, lifestyle, fitness, and sometimes we're just chit-chatting and catching up. But we always have a great time. Everyone shares and is transparent and supportive and encouraging and inspiring. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Hey, Shauna. Oh, from Chicago. Okay. Is it cold? Is it cold right now? Because we've been trying to do an event in Chicago and we've been told to wait until spring. Hey, Denise from the East Coast. Good morning. All about food. Good morning, Classy Lady Squad. So today, y'all, I want to know, is it cold? Good morning, Tammy from Las Vegas. Well, we know what the temperature is there. Hot. It's just what levels of hot. But there's no humidity. Oh, it's in the 60s. It's freezing in Boston. All about food. Yeah, that sounds about right for November. Sounds about right. It's going to be in the 60s today. Oh, that's not bad for Chicago. Us down here on the Gulf Coast, we just have these ideas about what winter and fall are like in certain places. Some of our preconceptions are right. Like I would expect it to be cold in Boston. So I'm here in Houston, Gulf Coast. I'm a Gulf Coast girl. I was born and raised in New Orleans. So this Houston weather is not really much different. We had 3 days of fall this week where I actually had a sweater on when I went outside in the morning for my morning coffee. But clearly you can see it's spring again. It's spring again, but that's okay. Because what it's not is summer. That's what it's not. It's not 100 degrees. So I am not going to complain about 70s. Oh, Janine, it is usually freezing this time of year for y'all. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm trying to figure out what is going on. Okay, here we go. So I've got some product reviews. Well, yeah, I guess you would call them product reviews, updates to my skincare routine. It is actually, honestly, not complicated. I get a lot of questions about my skincare routine, and I've done some vlogs on it. So let's see. When you're in the office, you can just go to the closet and get what you need. So my go-to every day, every night, sorry, the wrapping. I thought I had an open bottle in the closet. I don't. So my go-to everyday head to toe moisturizer, face, body, all the things, is the number 8 Botaniques dry oil. This is a botanical oil, 8 botanical oils. It's fragrance free. So if you're someone who either doesn't like fragrance or you're sensitive to fragrance, you can use this. I use it as a facial moisturizer, a daily moisturizer. I use it to take my makeup off. I use it immediately after I shower to lock in moisture and hydration. It's the hardest working thing next to my hair care products. It's the hardest. Well, I don't shampoo every day. So I would say this is the hardest working product on my vanity. Like this pump gets a lot of work. But there was something new that I wanted to share with you. And I know it's up 58 in North Florida. Wait a minute. How can it be colder in North Florida than Chicago? That's nuts. Not the 58, but the fact that it's 60 in Chicago and 58 in Florida. That's crazy. So one of the new, and it's not really new, it's like about 3 or 4 years old, that I really started noticing were these LED facial masks. And so, let me get mine. These LED facial masks. So that's the first thing I'm going to talk to you about this morning. I'm going to put that in the chat. Items in my new items that I've added to my skincare. I'm trying to put this in the chat. We're discussing items that I've added to my skincare routine. I really do have my contacts in. And so I was very curious about these LED facial masks, the light therapy mask. And so in full transparency, brands reach out to me all the time since I've gotten my YouTube channel to ask me to collaborate with them, do product reviews, that sort of thing. And as I mentioned last week, like the way that I determine whether or not I'm even interested is it something that just aligns with me personally? Is it something I would actually use? Does it align with my philosophy on, how we as women view ourselves and take care of ourselves? And is it not about age correction, but more about aging well? And also, is it something that I think the community would be interested in? So this particular item, and it took, me about a year to actually say yes, to be honest. I checked all those boxes. And so when I did research on the various companies, because there are a lot of companies that sell LED therapy masks, and the price range is like really all over the place. So as a consumer, is like, how do you determine what is quality and what is not? So I did some research, and there was this brand that I did decide to collaborate with. But before I signed off, I was like, well, I need to test this product for a while, and then I will let you know. I also asked, good morning, Berna. Good morning, everyone. Good morning over on Instagram. Sunshine from Ghana. Hello, Carol. And good morning and God bless you. That is amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning, Yaya Roth and Classy Lady Squad. Hey, Kay's Jam. I need some jam. Thank you for hopping on and reminding me. She's the best homemade jam, y'all. So I'm sorry, I always try to go over to Instagram and say hi, because their live stream is a little bit shorter. So if you just hopped on, I'm talking about some new products that I added to my skincare routine, which is very, very simple. So this particular LED mask, I tried it. Oh, and what I was getting ready to say is before I tried it, I also asked my dermatologist what her thoughts were on LED facial mask. And I really, in the simplest way, she said devices like these are more like vitamins. Like it's not a one-time thing. You're going to take it and then you're going to see some drastic change. It's like a vitamin or a supplement that you take over time to just improve the quality of your life. And in this case, it is improving and maintaining the integrity of your skin. Does that make sense? And you guys, while I'm talking, please ask me questions. So here is the mask. Now, by the way, I'm going to do a full YouTube tutorial on this where I'm going to plug it in so you can see all the lights. It's kind of hard to do it in here in my office, but this is the mask and you slip it on like glasses. Now, what's really important is if you see these, this is the eye part, these suctions go over your eye. And so they protect your eyes from the UV lights. And so I would say if you're looking at any type of LED mask, you really want to look at the inside to see what the design is like ergonomically to make sure that your eyes are being protected. It is charged. You charge it electrically. There's a charger. And when you use this particular one has 3 different modes. Excuse me. 3 different modes. One is for purifying, and that's to control oily skin, acne-prone skin, and I still have oily breakout, and it's not as often as it used to be. I mean, I'm 65, but from time to time, I will have a zit. I mean, I just will. The other method is the glow method, and each of these is like 5-minute segments, right? And then the third one is the firm mode. So for each of these different modes, the light therapy, the lights are slightly different. So I used it for 2 weeks before I decided to engage in the collaboration and bring it to you guys. And you don't use it every day. The recommendation is like 3 times a week. And I would say for me, the thing I noticed once my oily breakthrough was less. Like I don't want dry skin. Oily skin is what, you know, keeps it youthful and plump. But the oily breakout, the breakthrough, that shine breakthrough through your makeup, that is very helpful to not have that. And I have noticed I have a lot less of that when I put makeup on, especially when I'm under lights doing content or on a Zoom or something like that. And then the other thing that I noticed was my skin did look brighter. Not brighter in terms of changing shades, but less dull. And so I would say just after 2 weeks of using it 3 times a week, those were the results that I saw. So I was very pleased with it. It's very lightweight. It comes with a very extensive manual on how to use it. And what products to use and not to have on your face. Obviously, when you do this, you want to have a clean face. You can have some moisturizer on your face, but it shouldn't be anything with vitamin C or anything that has any photogenic properties because you're using something with LED lights. And then let me show you the controls. It's very easy to use. And I typically do it at night. Like I've seen people like walk around the house using it and, doing their daily activities. No, when I do something like this is a moment of self-care. I am not doing this and reading emails. This is my moment of self-care. So this is the remote, and you just click the clicker for the mode that you want and the time period. But yes, really good product. I'm glad that I consulted with my doctor. I would if you are interested in using an LED facial mask, I would do the same, especially if you have a dermatologist. But also, the other thing that I asked my dermatologist about before I used it is if you have any type of fillers, dermal fillers, Botox, anything like that, I wanted to know, like, can someone use this? Yes, you can, but you should wait 72 hours after you've had that injection, because you want your fillers, or if you get Botox, you want that to settle into your skin. But using the LED mask can help facilitate any type of, like, some people get swelling at the injection point for their fillers, Botox, or any Botox-like medications. So it can accelerate the healing process if you are someone who's prone to that. So have you seen any improvement? Okay, great question. So all about food. For me, after 2 weeks of using it, I saw less oily breakthrough, because, like I said, there are 3 modes. And all of it comes with a lot of instructions. That's the other thing I really liked about this product, and how they packaged it. And I had probably for 2 weeks was going back asking them questions, because there were questions that I had. So I thought, well, if I have these questions, someone else may have those questions as well. And they were very, very attentive, very responsive. And it was information that I could go back and when I asked my doctor, because I just happened to be having a doctor's appointment last Friday. And so it was this, or a doctor's appointment right before I decided to do the collaboration. So the things that I found most effective, and I'm not saying the firm mode doesn't work. I'm just saying, like, I don't really have a lot of sagging, and the sagging that I do have is more like under here. So the mask doesn't even come there. So, but it's the purify mode, which is for oily skin, the glow mode for dull skin, and the firm mode for sagging and loose facial skin, for skin that's lost its elasticity. And I could immediately, after a couple of weeks, see a difference in the purify and glow, from the purify and glow mode, because I had less oily breakthrough in my skin. And I didn't think my skin looked dull. I take really good care of my skin. I don't, sleep in makeup. I moisturize. I cleanse gently. I exfoliate daily, but gentle exfoliation, not harsh exfoliation. But I did feel like it was brighter. Again, not in terms of changing my skin tone, but just glow. That's the only best way I can describe it. So let me know if you guys have any. Let me hop over here on Instagram, see if they have. Hey, Tangle Silver, how are you? See if you guys had any questions about my LED facial mask. So when I do the YouTube vlog, I won't have makeup on, so I can actually take it on and off and show you how it really fits. But I highly recommend it. It's if not this brand, LED facial mask, but I would compare, because the price ranges they're like very wide, from $50 to $500. Like, all of those are not equal. So I would compare, like, this one is right in the middle. And I think it's on sale now for, I'm going to have a $90 discount when I do the vlog. That's what the brand said. So it would be a little under $300 with that. But I would compare, like, features of the different brands. If you wanted something that was a little bit less expensive, just compare the features, because there's no way the $50 mask does the same thing as this. Okay, so excited to share that with you. Now, another new thing that I have in my beauty skincare repertoire, I would say. Let me grab that. Now, I have been using these products for 6 months. I mean, when I come to y'all and recommend something, like, It's not going to be just because somebody sent me something in a box. And again, feel free to ask me any questions, y'all. If you're just hopping on, good morning, happy Friday. Welcome to Coffee with Angel. Today I'm reviewing some new items that I have in my skincare regimen. I just went over my review and the results of my early use of an LED facial mask. If you're just hopping on, you can always check the replay, because as soon as we finish, I upload the whole thing to YouTube and you can review it and you can watch now or later. And also, you can still ask questions during team replay, because I'm going to answer all of the questions. How long did you keep it on? Janine, I kept it on. So I did 5 minutes for each mode. 5 minutes for the Purify, 5 minutes for the Glow, 5 minutes for the Firming. And I did that 3 times a week. Now, the moisturizer that I used, obviously I cleansed my face and then I moisturized. This is a new brand, and I met the owner a couple of, more early this year, early in 2025. She and I are both middle-aged entrepreneurs. She comes from the beauty industry, but she created a skincare line called Caire. If you're on Instagram, it may be showing up in your feed. And it's beauty for mature skin, beauty for grown-up skin. That's actually what it says, the grown-up moisturizer. And a lot of times, I said I use the No. 8 Botaniques oil as my daily moisturizer. And a lot of times I haven't liked other moisturizers because they've just been too heavy. Just too heavy. I want my skin to feel soft and supple, but I don't want it to feel greasy and oily. And so after 6 months of using these products, it's the trio that I've used. It's the Claire, the grown-up moisturizer. I use this every night. And then there is the mask, which I use a couple of times a week. And then there is the Serum Boost. I use this every other day. So I'll combine it with I'll combine it with the moisturizer at night. And again, the mask two times a week. Sometimes I forget, y'all. But I will have links in the description. And then when I do the vlog with the full tutorial vlog with the mask, I'll also have links to this. But it's Caire Beauty, the Caire with an I. Super, it's just so light and fluffy. I love it. And of course the packaging is beautiful, but it's just so, and it's not like greasy. It's, and it absorbs into your skin very easily. Now, I have not tried it under my makeup. It's pretty hot and humid here in Houston. And so I don't do a lot of stuff under my makeup, just, really a blurring primer to kind of decrease some of that shine, because I just have naturally oily skin. But when I travel to like New York or a colder climate, or maybe on a cold day and I have to go out, whenever that's going to be, I'm actually going to try this under my foundation to see how that works. I'm excited about trying that under my foundation. It's not listed as a foundation primer, but I'm just curious to see, because it's so light. And if you have super dry skin, I bet that could be a good under foundation moisturizer. So yes, try out other new product, Caire Beauty. What's it called? What did I say? Skincare for grown-ups. Yeah. I actually like that so much, because so much of the beauty industry, too much of the beauty industry is focused on youth. they sell products to us, but they use our daughters in the ads. I'm not going to get on that high horse this morning, but I appreciate not just the quality of the products, but the messaging. Of course, of course, of course. Let me see if there are any questions over here. Okay, and then another find. I meet so many. One of the joys of there are a lot of unintended joys of founding Maison 276, and many of the unintended or surprising joys have been the community of women that are now part of my life. You guys, just chit chatting with you every day, every Friday, here on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, the community that we've grown on YouTube, which is now at 1.2 million views. I cannot even believe that. Every time I say it, it just sounds crazy, but I have you guys to appreciate and to thank for that. And the other community is the community of women entrepreneurs. My career before starting Maison 276 was in healthcare. So I've entered a world that I just previously was not a part of, from a beauty perspective and from a business owner, entrepreneur perspective. And so, women, how women are. If we meet somebody amazing, we're going to introduce them to our girls. And that's how I came across Cerise and Deborah Dolman. They're out of Atlanta, and they have a jewelry company called Cerese'D. Cerise is the daughter, Deborah is the mom. My son is my co-founder and business partner. So when a colleague introduced me to them, I was like, oh, well, that's right up my alley. A mom and her kids starting a business. But you guys, first of all, if you are in the Atlanta area, you have got to go to their showroom. It is I haven't been to the showroom. I'm going to be there in December, first weekend in December. I'm coming back to the ATL. Before you ask Shauna, we working on it. Before you ask Shauna, we are working on it. But they have, if you've seen any of my vlogs, one of the things I always talk about the fact is that I am very conservative when it comes to statement pieces of jewelry. For whatever reason, I always think things look great on someone else, and I just think, oh, that's too much for me. So the piece that I have on today is from Cerese'D. And this is this is something I would have picked out, right? But I have some other pieces that they sent me that I thought, oh, I don't know. But y'all, then when I put them on, I was like, oh my gosh, these are amazing. So let me grab a few. You're going to see them in some of my upcoming fashion vlogs, but I just got to show them to y'all right now. It was like Christmas when I was opening up this box. Well, first of all, I needed to make sure, I wanted to make sure that I styled them. This is one of my favorite, and I styled it over a white t-shirt, believe it or not. But look how beautiful this turquoise is. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And so this is carved turquoise, and it's got some freshwater pearls in there, but so pretty. Oh my gosh. And the piece, so first of all of the pieces are handmade. So when you go to their website, it's very likely that most of the stuff you see, except for the Divine, they have a huge selection of Divine 9 stuff, but everything else, they have a huge collection. Most of those pieces are handmade. So if you there's no more of this one. Now, you can say, I want one of those, and I saw Angel with, but I love that. The other thing I love about their products, look how big that clasp is. Like, that's so big. And you know how, and I don't think it has anything to do with age. It's just a lot of times the clasps are just, they're too little, or you can barely pull it open. So I just love that one, the lobster clasp is large, and then the hooks that you put them in are large. I just appreciate that so much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, JLJ. I really do. Let me see another piece. So this piece right here, I they're so pretty, y'all, and so I put everything back in the bag. Um, this is the kind of piece that I would not have picked out for myself, but look at this. I would never have picked this out for myself. I just wouldn't have. And Deborah was just like, well, Angel, just try it. Just try it. Let me tell you, I put this on 3 different times in the vlog that I'm going to upload next week because it was just like, oh my God, that looks so good. And so sometimes you just got to try stuff, y'all. You really do. You got to try stuff. Again, big lobster class. Cerese'D jewelry in Atlanta. You don't have to be in Atlanta to buy this. You can go to their website. But that showroom case is amazing. That showroom is amazing. And like I said, I'm going to be there in December for an event. And we are going to figure out when we're going to hook up with the Maison 276 ATL community. They are gorgeous, Shauna. They are. Let me tell you, Deborah and Cerise are getting me out of my conservative, just wear a simple necklace and some pearl earrings. Now, these are pretty, these are, like I said, these are not bold, but they are beautiful. And then one more, look at this. These pearls are great. Gorgeous. I haven't figured out I'm going to wear this one yet. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I know, Gail, beautiful. I'm going to have all the links to Cerese'D, but it's Cerese'D jewelry in Atlanta. So they're getting me out of my basic, just one little string of pearls or one little gold or silver necklace. They're getting me into my statement jewelry phase. And I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking it. Outfit of the day, y'all, is just a simple dress. Like I said, it's spring again. Most of the times when I'm dressed in the morning, Friday morning for coffee with Angel, I'm also dressing for date night. Because I like our date. Friday is our date night. I like it to be very, very casual because I don't, I just want to relax. I don't want to wear heels or anything like that. I'm not saying sometimes we don't zhuzh up and go fancy, but mostly on a Friday, I am just really ready to wind down, disconnect, have a favorite cocktail, go to a restaurant that I know that I don't have to look at the menu because I already know everything else on the menu. That's my ideal Friday date night. But this is kind of like a long bodycon tube kind of dress situation. But because I am so short, I'm 5'1". So I have it tucked, right? You see how this is how much it's folded over and tucked over. Can I put the camera down a little bit? Yeah, I can. So I took it because it's so long and folded it over. So it looks like a 2-piece, but it's not. And it comes like that's right now. It's right below my knee. You see, I've got my white tennis on. So yeah, that's the date night outfit. I don't know where we're going to go, but it's going to be casual. It's going to be casual. Okay, guys, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. Thank you so much. I am still just like, sending sunshine from Ghana. I'm just like, that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because I have no idea. Is it what time it is in Ghana right now? But thank you so much for joining me. So, guys, that wraps it up for today's Coffee with Angel. Again, everything that I talked about today, this was just y'all's sneak peek. I'm going to do a full vlog on that. And I've got another upcoming fashion vlog coming up. It's just been meetings on top of meetings. And so the editing process is a little bit behind, but they're coming. And then next Friday, we're going to be I bet y'all thought I wasn't doing them anymore, but next Friday, we're going to be live on site. Coffee with Angel is going to be at Camille Elise Spa. So I'll be interviewing another woman who made a tremendous career pivot. She's another, I call them my sisterpreneurs, other women who made completely different pivots to start companies based on their own passion and problems. And that is exactly what Lindsay did. Camille Elise is a spa. She's a trained esthetician. But before she did that, she was a civil engineer. So we're going to talk about how do you go from being a civil engineer to owning a luxury spa and everything in between. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. That's what we're going to be doing next Friday. So think about your questions. It's going to be live. It's going to be fun. And I'm looking forward to introducing my good friend, Lindsay, and an amazing entrepreneur to the Maison 276 community. So looking forward to that. So you guys have a great weekend. Thanks so much for joining me today. I appreciate you. And I will see you next Friday. Now, sometimes after the go live, I'll see if there was a question that I missed and I'll answer it in the DMs. But this morning, which I still will do, but this morning, I haven't had my cup of coffee yet. I mean, it's here, but I haven't really drank it. Or gone outside like I normally do in the morning and do my prayer meditation. So I'm going to do that and then go and enjoy my cup of coffee. And I'll hop in and say hi later today over on the Beauty of Aging Facebook page. I haven't logged on just live to say hi in a minute. So I need to get back on schedule, just like doing Fridays here. I need to create a schedule for going live on our Beauty of Aging Facebook page. So thank you guys for all your patience as we get that up and going. I really appreciate it. But just wanted to let you know that I know I've asked you to join and then you hadn't seen me, but I appreciate it and I'm getting there. So now, thanks so much for joining me. Y'all have an amazing weekend. And if you joined us late, no worries. You can be part of Team Replay anytime. And even if you're watching Team Replay, if you got questions, drop them in the DMs. Y'all know I'm always chit-chatting with y'all in the DMs. I really am. Okay, now for real. Take care. Bye. Have a great weekend. Let's get y'all some music.